Hi, everyone, and welcome to Life at 10, where we bring you the stories of the people who actually make 10 leaves what it truly is. I'm your host, Bhumika Arora, and today's guest needs no introduction. He is our boss, our mentor, our guide, Rohit Ghai. Hi, Rohit, welcome to the show.
Hi, Bhumika. Nice to be here again. Oh, this is a new podcast stream, so nice to be here for the first time.
Yes, yes. It came into inception while I was interviewing one of our employees. And Rochelle and I got talking, and then we realized that we have so much to talk about 10 leaves. It's not just something that, it's not just a company for us, but the culture, the people, and the kind of inspiration it has given to us. We thought we could talk more about it. So, hence, Life at 10.
Glad to hear that.
Yes, yes. And before we begin, I think you truly are an inspiration for all of us. So thank you for that.
It's okay. I'm just trying to do what I do, and hopefully, you guys are able to take that on and make strides professionally, personally, whatever works for you guys.
Yes, hopefully, hopefully. All right, Rohit. So ever since I have joined 10 Leaves, I have been
Mhm.
really curious about, knowing why is the company called 10 Leaves? Can you tell me why this name came up? Is it something related to the nature, or do you believe in numbers, astrology, or is it something entirely unexpected?
Yeah, that's a trade secret. I mean, hmm,
Uh,
see, there's multiple answers to that depending on whom I'm speaking with. But
mhm,
the genesis of the idea was really to have something different and not ABC Consultancy Limited or something. When you meet somebody and people want to know what you're doing, if you give them a card of your ABC Consultancy or whatever, they already
hmm,
slot you. They kind of already decide what you are all about, and that kind of
hmm,
the preconceived notion perception is very difficult to fight with, at least in the first 2 minutes. So
hmm,
we came up with a name saying that, okay, fine, let's give them something which they don't know what to do with. Incidentally, the first question they usually ask is why 10 leaves and why not something else. So that's a
right.
conversation
Hmm,
starter, really, right? And why 10? Why not 8? 10 has got a good ring to it. I mean, 8 leaves is like, oof, there's something in the middle. Uh, Funnily enough, I didn't think that leaves could also mean like 30-day leaves and things like that, like a leave policy kind of leaves. So
hmm, hmm,
I
hmm.
completely missed that. Thankfully, no one
Yeah.
thought in that direction, right?
Yeah, even
People
I
always
haven't, but yeah,
yeah,
thank you.
people always say that we
Okay.
get only 10 leaves in this company or something, but
No.
no.
Hmm,
The thing was that leaves show any kind of a growth company or any kind of growth, always there's a green and there's nature associated with it, right? Leaves are the power cells of the tree, and they actually lead to the growth of the tree. So
hmm,
trying to
hmm,
combine all of that into a play and then marketing bit as well, because like I said, it should sound different, and because I truly set out to do something different. I mean, I didn't want to
hmm,
be another cog in the wheel, another company doing exactly the same thing. There's not much of interest in doing the same thing the other guys are doing, right?
hmm.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
yeah.
Because ever since I've joined, I've been trying to figure out ki, what could it mean. I mean, knowing you, I know that numbers are important, nature is important, but it can't. Uh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
I
should that,
always thought it is sim. Hmm, hmm.
yeah, I mean, 10 also is in Indian culture. 10 is Dashavatar is the 10 avatars of Vishnu. So there's that 10 which is a seem to be a good number. But
Yeah,
in
like I
every
always
culture,
thought it's. Hmm,
yeah,
hmm.
you always sort of
Yeah,
thought.
I always thought it's your lucky number or something that you go with all the time.
You know my phone numbers, you know my lucky number. Yeah, so the thing is about that the 10 is like I said, it got a good actually the name was called Das Leaves, the DAS. Actually, that was the first name we put
Mm,
in, and Das being German. I don't know what
mm.
we were thinking at that point, but we also had a nice not website, but we had the domain name taken and all that, and then somehow I think 10 sounded better. So then here we are.
Right, right. But I think that's a great idea. It definitely leaves someone with that curiosity, ki what could it be?
Yep.
And yeah, that's a nice thing. Okay, Rohit, tell me, why did you choose Dubai? Why not India? Why not any other country? Why Dubai for your Karam Bhumi?
I think Dubai chose me. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. When you lived all your life in one particular place, especially me, I'm from Bangalore, and I've
Mm-hmm.
not really stayed anywhere else. So when you when you kind of get used to living in a certain place, especially early in your career, you get a comfort level which is very difficult to shake off. And in the early stages of your career, I personally feel you got to explore what you finally land up with. A lot of people train to be X and start doing Y and then end up in Z. So it's always it's good to shake up everything in the beginning of your career, because in the middle or the end of your, I mean, not end, I would say, let's say 40, 45 plus, trying to shake things up is much more difficult. You got responsibilities, you got liabilities, you got a lot of things associated with it. But when early in your career, it doesn't really matter. Even if you fall down, you can scratch, you can start up and once again. So I feel I landed at the right place at the right time, frankly. And Dubai was and growing rapidly. I didn't know the scale of how Dubai was growing, even
Mm-hmm.
when I landed up and when I stayed here. Now I look back and I say, wow, those were the things which were happening. But yeah,
So
so
you've been in Dubai for how long, Rohit?
20 years now, 20 years as of me.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, I
Okay,
came here when I was
okay.
5 years old.
Yes, we believe you. With all the energy that you have, we believe you that you're 25.
Yes.
Mm,
So yeah, that's it. So I
right.
mean, I feel wherever you land up could be anywhere, but if you're able to just put your mind to it, and there's a lot of luck factor also which comes into play. It's, a lot of people work very hard, don't get
Yeah,
there
I
when it.
think, yes, yes. I think that plays a very important role. True.
So I think at the end of the day, it's a combination of being right place, luck, hard work. Everything has to come together in the right proportions, and once you reach a certain stage, you kind of understand that when you're beginning, you think that everything's about you and you're the person driving all of this. But at some
Mm,
point, you realize that there's so many factors which could have not worked in the way they did, and
mm.
so I feel it's always a reminder to be thankful to for what you have, and the opportunity for what you have. I mean, like I keep telling the team, we can work hybrid, we can work not 9 to 5, and that's something which we are blessed with. It's not like it's not a given, and every single time we have of every single opportunity, we should be thankful for it, because we've got that flexibility, and we continue to have that flexibility. So I feel a lot of factors come into play, really.
Absolutely. And when I was like, when I got to know about 10 leaves and I got to know that, 10 leaves follows a hybrid culture, which somewhere, it gives that kind of comfort and flexibility that you can work from home. You can somehow manage and balance your real life and work. So that opportunity for me became big. It became bigger than the other offers that I had. And being a mother, it it became easier for me to choose. I kind of had clarity that yes, I really want to work with 10 leaves. So I think hybrid culture has been a blessing for all of us. But Rohit, do you think that because of this work culture, somewhere, I don't know if you feel that way or not, but does your team, I mean, do they ever take you for granted? Do they ever, because nobody is watching really, so do you think that they kind of slow down sometimes? They are not doing what they're supposed to do. Have you ever felt that way?
Bhumika, the let's say this hybrid culture was forced upon us, thankfully, at some point. Now, but you look
Hmm.
back at it, is thankfully, but of course, at that time it was really bad. But when COVID
Yeah,
happened,
true.
I remember
Hmm.
March 10th or something, and we decided to, but the government said you have to, and then things were happening so fast. So we said, okay, we'll work from home for 7 days,
Hmm.
uh, because there's no concept of going on leave for 7 days or something, or we didn't know what's going to happen. We assumed that 4 5 days, things will happen, ho jayega types. You'll come back.
Hmm.
That 7 days or something, or that 10 days became forever. So uh, at some point, I
Right.
feel again that also was a part of the whole fortunate part of it. Once you look back at it, that it was forced upon us. We were forced to take responsibilities. We had a much smaller team, and not only us, everyone was forced to trust each other, because before COVID, work from home usually meant, okay, yeah, this person is just working from home in inverted commas kind of a thing. But
Hmm.
when this was forced upon us, I feel people rose to the occasion and they said, yes, I mean, we need to prove ourselves that we are not sitting and slacking at home. And that was across
Right.
the board, not only our team. I feel everybody had that some inside, they don't know there's uncertainty they couldn't afford to lose the job, also, so
Hmm.
part of that, and part of the whole perception based thing, that I don't want to be seen as not working or something of that sort. A lot of combination. I think everyone, as humans, we are best in the face of uh, adversity. I feel when there are adverse conditions, contrary to what we think that, oh no, we won't be able to do it. But when something really
Yeah.
happens, which where we have to demonstrate our kind of resilience and things like that, we end up as a species doing it. And we did that. As a species, we came out of COVID in spite of all those things which
Yeah.
happened.
Survival of the fittest. Hmm.
Yeah, and I feel we have that inner strength which comes out at the right times. Otherwise, we're pretty lazy. Our tendency is always to be there, like, Sunday, oh yeah, let me rest and all that. But when there is a actual thing to be done and you're faced with a challenge, humans normally respond to it and
Hmm.
overcome them. That's why we've reached here as a species. If we hadn't, then some one of our forefathers or ancestors way back 10,000 years back would have given up and got eaten by that bull or tiger or whatever. So that would have
Hmm.
effectively ended it. We've kind of been here. We've come here now, and we've survived and
Hmm.
thrived because of our. And that comes out in spurts. And this is where it came out, wherein our team, uh, we actually worked harder just to prove that we're not sitting at home and not doing anything. You know, I think that was a catalyst for this. And then once it reached a certain point, and then we said, oh, you know what, it's really working out. And my son was born, he was a COVID baby. He was born in 2021. And I think that
Hmm.
also triggered something, wherein I said, I can't afford to miss even a single day, as much as I can manage. Not even a single day
Right.
of his growing up. That growing up phase, every day, every moment, you learn something new. You're looking at something new happening. You won't change. You won't give that up for anything in the world. Nobody would do that if they had the chance, right? But many people don't have the
Right.
chance. Many people are stuck because they have, of course, food to put on the table, and they can't afford to sit at home and watch the baby and look at him growing up or something. So those are. But you know, I didn't want that for myself, and then I said I don't want that for my team as well, as much as I can. So in India, we're 100% remote. 90% of our staff are women. Incidentally, many of
Hmm.
them were removed from the workforce because they couldn't travel and things like that. And A, they got an opportunity, but B, we got much more committed people, because now they also have to prove themselves. They're saying, okay, fine, I'm really worth it. I can show that I can do stuff, and that really works well. And for us over here, I didn't want to, 9 to 5, going at 9 o'clock, getting stuck in traffic outside DIFC for 40 45 minutes, parking there just to tick a button saying I came in at 9, and leaving at 5 o'clock because, oh, you know what, you have to squeeze that last minute out of a employee or myself or whatever, and then get stuck in traffic to
Hmm.
get out of the place. It's absolute nonsense. So in my head, I said, I don't want that for myself. So why would I want that for my staff? And that in turn becomes a feedback loop of sorts, a performance loop of sorts. So coming back to your
Hmm.
question originally, and do my do the staff take me for granted? Not at all. I feel they work harder because they have the flexibility to be near their loved ones and live life actually, and not just go through the motions, wait for the weekend, do your whole going here drill, having a food outside, and then coming back and cursing the Monday and go on and so on and so forth. I feel it's a melting of from work and home in a good way. I know a lot of people say workspace boundaries and all that. I take it another way. I
Hmm.
say work is part of life, an important part of life. You spend around 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours with your workmates. So they are like
Hmm.
family. They're not family, maybe, but they are like family in the terms that you spend so much time with them. Might as well enjoy it, might as well make it more fluid. Don't demarcate it. I may be speaking with you now on a podcast. I may then go out for 5 minutes, just play with my son, or just talk to him or read him something, and then come back and start my work again, and so on and so forth. So that flexibility
Yeah.
is great, and because of that, the staff also, they work harder, and they work. I assume that they're happier.
Definitely. I think there is also, it needs a lot of trust. It's a two-way thing, like the kind of trust that you show in your team, and then they reciprocate. Everybody, I feel that the entire team respects this, that you have so much faith in us and you trust us. We don't have to clock in, we don't have to clock out, we don't have to really submit those daily reports that, oh, aaj baith ke ye kiya. So that flexibility is, it kind of, it gives us a push to work harder, and the loyalty just comes in very naturally.
Yeah,
So
but see, Bhumika, imagine a
hmm.
world wherein you're working on a base of mistrust, which means I don't trust you, you don't trust me. How are you going to get anything meaningful done? You're just going to be ticking
But
some boxes
that's
all
what,
the
Rohit,
time.
sadly, almost everywhere that's the same. Like you keep on proving yourself, not just work-wise, but even I've seen on regular human grounds also. People have to actually keep on proving themselves. कि हाँ ये actual genuine है. आज मैं genuinely बीमार हूँ, or somebody in the family needs me, needs my attention. So I see people, struggling with all that.
Yeah,
So
well, from my side, I said that's not a a place I would want to be part of, and if I don't want to be part of it, I can't expect others to be part of it. It's as simple as that.
that's really, that's, I think, I wish more people could think like that. But anyway,
Which
I am
which is
glad
the worst
I am
others would
a
write.
part of no, no, but I'm saying I'm glad that I'm part of, a culture like this where we actually trust each other. Anyway,
Yeah,
okay. Rohit, tell me, where do you see 10 leaves going
tomorrow.
tomorrow, day after?
See, I mean,
Like where do you see what's the future?
yeah, this is that classical interview question when you have when people take interviews, they say, "Tell me where you see yourself 5 years from now." Yeah, maybe
No, no,
I don't
we
know.
we need some classical things also. Come on.
See, I mean, the world, you don't know where it's going to go 5 years from now. Given all this AI and all this, you don't know. After 3 months, what happens. So I
Hmm.
would say maybe we can rephrase that and think about how we're going to approach things 5 years from now. And I would believe that we'd
Hmm.
like to approach it in the same way we're doing it now, which is to keep discovering, keep learning, keep upskilling. In fact, we're making some new mugs now, which we're going to have some one dinner on Saturday, and we're going to release those mugs, which have 10 leaves logo on one side and says keep on learning on the other side. Just as a
Okay.
reminder that it's so simple, just if you had to, distill our whole philosophy and culture and those quintessential, or what is it, cliched vision, mission, values, and everything, you just put it in one mixie and put it together and just distill it. I think this keep on learning
Hmm.
will come out as the end result, because that's what it all means. Keep on learning, which also means upskilling. It also means learning from experience and 150 other things. So
But I want to
mm,
understand that, do you see yourself continue doing what you're doing with 10 leaves, or do you have any plans of diversifying into something else, maybe starting up a new vertical, any plans of those sorts?
I have only one plan, and my plan is to make leaders of whoever's working with me. and
Mm-hmm.
automatically they come out with stuff, and they automatically come out with their own verticals, and they become their own, let's say, little micro businesses or whatever. So I want to make leaders, and that's the, again, I don't like long drawn plans. Very simple plans. Keep on learning, make leaders. So it helps you to focus on very simple things. Whoever's doing working with us, be it you, be it the
Mm.
admin, be it the directors, I want them to think in a leadership. They should be thinking becoming leaders, not just employees. And when you say become leaders, then in some shape or form they have their own vertical, their own business, their own little department or big department or whatever it is. uh, but I don't want to, I've never looked at it from a company angle. I've always looked at it from a, when you're doing business or whatever you're doing, can
Mm.
what's the best we can make of ourselves. And when we make the best of ourselves, that's when the company also does very well, right? At the end of the day, if you chase
True, very true.
if you chase bottom lines and KPIs, and, oh, on a scale, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5, you're not
Mm.
shopping at Bloomingdale's or something. How was your experience, number 5 or number 1? You
Right.
that's why in our appraisals we don't have that nonsense, like, how do you rate yourself, and then how do I rate yourself? Okay, yeah, great, nice. Maybe works for someone else. For me, I'd always want you to rate yourself 8 on 10, but not just tell it. Work towards it and be an 8 on 10 or 9 on 10, and then come to me and say, yes, I am capable, I am in so and so format, and I want this responsibility, more responsibility, or whatever. And then we talk and we see how we can learn, or myself identified. I mean, uh,
Mm.
one thing I keep telling the team is, you have the potential. All of you have the potential. The What makes me angry is that you don't know it. So unless
Mm.
you know your
True.
potential, I can see Bhumika where you're going to be. I will tell you. I tell you sometimes. I don't tell you sometimes, but I see where you're going to be. If you can see
Mm.
that as well, that's when you become a leader.
I think I'm going to sleep on it and think about this.
And,
Mm.
like I said, the whole point of this whole exercise is not
Mm.
to cut off a part of your life and say, this is work, this is play, and this is what I go, and this is what earns me money. You can earn a lot
Mm.
of money but not learn anything, or you can not make as much money and learn a lot. Our objective is to make a lot of money and learn a lot.
Yes, best of both the worlds.
Yeah, but not focus on the money.
Mm.
If that
Mm.
makes sense. It comes automatically if you give your heart and soul to what you're doing. It automatically comes in because people see you're genuine. People see you really want to do stuff, not just, I want to take money from you, so I will uh, advise you to do
Mm.
something. Many clients who come to me to make something in DIFC or whatever, they say, I say, don't do it now.
Mm.
You don't have the, it's not going to work out. And a lot of, not many people will tell them that, many people say, okay, yeah, it's a nice place. Come, let's do something. And 8 months, 9 months, make the company, give it to them. Thank you very much. After one
Uh,
year, they fail.
uh,
So I got my money. I don't care. No, not that way. So when you
mm.
be genuine with clients, that they reciprocate, and that's what, at the end of the day, it's all about. So be genuine, keep on learning. This is the philosophy of the firm, really.
Mm. And honesty, I think it pays back in very, very beautiful ways.
It does, man. It does. I mean, um, you may not be the biggest company in the. I don't want to be the biggest company in the world. I don't want to be. I don't want us to be the greatest company in the world. I just want us to be a place wherein everyone is able to learn, grow, enjoy together. Yes, there's work pressure. It's not going to be everyone's going to come with roses in their hand and say, "Wow, it's a great day today." You have pressure sometimes, this sometimes, but overall experience, if you look at it from a holistic level, should be one of
Mm.
growth, and should be one of enjoyment, and should be one that left you better than when you started.
Right,
So
right.
come join my
Rohit,
lead.
one last one. Yes, please join us. We are a great company
Yeah.
with all the great things. All right, jokes apart. Rohit, one last question before we
Mhm.
wrap this up. Was there ever a moment, one memory, if you have one moment where you felt that this is failing, you're not able to make 10 leaves what you've dreamt of? Was there ever a weak moment in your life when you wanted to give it all up?
Nice. Yeah, I mean, how do I put it in a way that it makes sense? I never looked at it from that angle at all. I mean, I never looked at it
Mm,
from performance angle. So I didn't look if I have 10 clients or 50. I didn't look
okay.
at it from a money angle. So I really didn't consider that. What I would, what would have really broke or made me feel sad is if I
Mm,
could do something creative with it. I mean, if I had to just go and fill out forms and do something like that, and that routine based thing, that would have been
mm,
made me more sad or something like that. So I never thought of it from that perspective, that will it succeed or fail. For me, it was like, oh, day comes in, I have clients, I have staff, we're able to get something out, and we're able to make a little money. Let's take it as it comes and grow as it comes. I feel sometimes best
mm,
laid plans don't work out. So
mm,
not to plan in the initial stages, just go with the flow, do your best, work hard, give the best to the client, and to your
mm.
employees, and so on and so forth, and things will work out. So I never really thought of it from that angle, really.
So one day at a time. That's what is the
Uh,
motto here.
in a way, yes. Again, if I say one day at a time, that means I don't plan well. So that's all another story. I mean, I don't think in that terms. I'm saying
Mm,
if you keep
mm.
a positive attitude, let me put it in the way. Okay? So if you put a positive
Okay.
attitude, not think about
Mm.
what if, and just think of what if in a good way. What if we can make this better? What if we can get
Right,
this
right,
in a better way?
right.
Rather than thinking, okay,
Mm,
what if no client comes tomorrow? That's a very negative way of
mm,
looking. And once you think in a certain way, the universe comes together and makes it happen. So might as well not think bad things.
mm.
You know?
True. I think that positive approach is much needed.
Yeah.
Mm.
Keep life simple.
Right. Mm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, Rohit, I honestly have 1,000 more questions, but I think we'll have to wrap up here. We've
Life at
gone
100.
beyond our. Yes, but maybe we'll save the rest for another episode because
No,
this, definitely feels like a story that needs more than one chapter and we can go on and on.
always here for the
All
next one.
right. Yes, yes. So for now, thank you for sharing not just the journey of 10 leaves, but the person behind it. And
Sure.
it's really inspiring. It's inspiring to see how, you balance business, work, and life all together. So thank you for everything.
Always a
And
pleasure.
yes, likewise, likewise. All right. To everyone listening, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Life at 10. More stories coming your way soon. Stay tuned.